All right, perfect. I reckon, yeah, let's jump in and let's get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Chris and Lucinda here. We're dialing in from Montana in Pretoria this evening, and yeah, tonight, exciting night. We're going to be sharing some information about the Anaheim Convention, the 21-year LifeWave anniversary. As you guys know, which was in California 3 weeks ago. And myself and Lucinda and a lot of our team were actually there at the event. And oh my goodness gracious, completely on another level. And you know what? This is just the beginning. I mean, we saw nearly 10,000 people in a 360-degree arena. And I can already visualize in 5 years' time when it's going to be an arena where there's going to be 60, 70, 80,000 people at an arena. But the energy there was just off the charts.
And also looking forward to every year one more of our team brand partners joining us. So that's the phenomenal journey that is ahead of us. And how exciting is that, right?
So when it started, when we went to our first convention, we were 9 months in with LifeWave, 9 months in. And, we had to make a big decision. We had to make a huge decision of spending every last cent that we had to our name to get there. And that's what we did. When we arrived in Tampa, that was the very first, this is it, team event. There were 1,800 people there. We were the only South Africans, and we got there, and we had absolutely no money. We used every cent that we had. We had to wait for the next week for the commission to kick in so that we could buy food as we're going along. And that was the commitment that we made in the early days. It wasn't easy, but
now we can laugh about it, but it was one of the
best decision we ever made, because as Harvey talks about, you see the ghost. We saw the bigger picture of what we're sitting with right now. So I'm going to jump straight in, and I'm going to go through a couple of pictures and show you a video clip or two that I took, just to give you an idea of what we experienced at the convention. You go share sound, and there we go. We move this out the way, and slideshow, and from the beginning, there we go.
So that was the day when we went to pick up the 100 patch manuals from Jenno Sutherland. And as we walked into the hotel lobby, these beautiful people were right there with us. And it was just like reconnecting, big hugs, and just like that moment when you see each other after a long period of time, really. And you can just see the excitement in everybody's faces, and being together for the first time in a while. So,
and there's in the middle there, that is Mark and Sahi, and they are the people that introduced Harvey and Olga to LifeWave, and we are like directly with them, and just part of this as a team, and just absolutely phenomenal. The most amazing people you've ever met, and we've twisted Mark's arm. They'll be coming to South Africa soon. And there's some more pictures of the team that was on day one. And then we saw Alex. So Alex will be in South Africa in 2 weeks' time. He's going to be here, first time ever in South Africa. Alexandra Noel.
And prepare yourself for a strong French accent. So you have to peek your ears and really listen when he talks. But it's fun.
And there's Beverly.
Beverly was just beaming.
She was walking on air.
Yeah, she was like, so much fun.
And
there we go.
Then we saw more of the team. This is all on day one. Then we went out for dinner that night.
That was so special.
And then Dr. Stacy,
friend,
we saw her. And then Sandy and Eric, we found them. And then Andre Devodi and Linda Sanchez. And then there we go. There's Christian Dorner, who will also be in South Africa in 2 weeks' time. And then Steve and Gina Merritt, we managed to pin them down. Guys.
And this is thanks to Ilza, and I'm sure she's going to share more. This was a memorable moment that just happened quite spontaneously. They were walking past, and the next minute we were talking.
Let me tell you, Steve and Gina, oh my goodness, completely on a different level. And also we can't wait for them to come to South Africa one day soon. And then we walked into the stadium, Oh my goodness gracious. Guys, you see these little things? They were going up and down. You'll see in the video clip.
There was
Patches.
yeah, they resemble patches.
To me, they look like little UFOs.
Yes.
There we go. That's what they look like.
Mhm.
Because they said to David Schmidt, they said, what would you like to do something different? The stage that he was standing on was basically one big patch and all these patches going up and down. And this was basically 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go to starting of the event. So here's a little video clip that I took. And you'll see as we're moving forward, there was a person that was right in front of me that's very close to me that I didn't even know was there. So how is that for coincidence? Here we go. Watch this little clip.
And just settle in and sink into this energy when you look at this. And just, if you want to be there one day, just visualize it and see it yourself being there pretty soon. This venue as well is just next level. Feels like we were there.
That's me walking with the camera.
Yep. We go.
Congratulating our shining star award achievers, Regina Kim from South Korea.
She must say blazer on it. You can see the patches going up and down.
Regina, what drives you?
That was absolutely phenomenal. There's George and Harvey, and there we go. There's Meredith on the stage. Let's take a photo of this. Talking about share the light, inspiration, education, celebration, community, and purpose. What a beautiful statement there. There we found Harvey again, and there we go. Just more a picture of that stadium. Oh my word, it was just absolutely phenomenal. Then there was a lady that did a talk. She was one of the first women to climb Mount Everest, and I had to take a photo of this picture over here. Absolutely love this caption where it says, "We cannot control the environment. We can only control our reaction to it." And there we go. More photos. Oh, one more little video clip. There we go. I'm showing the little UFOs. The batteries going up and down.
Energy in that room with all those packed people was just electric.
Then there we go. That was at day one. Then they're going to day two. That was the red carpet event, the screening of the code of creation. There we go. That's the code of creation. We watched the premiere of it. That was the dinner that evening. And guess who we got a photo with? The man himself, Mickey Willis, the director of Code of Creation. And as you guys might or might not know, he did the other documentary called Plandemic and The Great Awakening. What an amazing, amazing man. And there we go. Guess who this person is standing next to us? The one and only David Schmidt's wife, Christina. We chatted to her for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, what a beautiful conversation.
Beautiful, beautiful woman.
I would almost say it was better than actually speaking to David himself. I'll say that.
Right up there.
Right up there.
And then that was us at the red carpet event, which was just absolutely phenomenal. And then there is Sandy and Eric with Meredith and David Schmidt. And that was just such a beautiful, beautiful moment on the stage. And then, as you guys know, we got to watch Elton John and his performance, absolutely just phenomenal as well. And that was us at the function. And then the last picture I want to show you, this was at the end of the convention. We were at the place where Peter and Bridget were, and we went to go spend the afternoon there. And we were going through Complan 2.0. And I was explaining Complan 2.0 with wine gums. And because Beverly kept saying to me, Chris, I don't understand. I know we got the two legs, but how do these other legs work? I said, Beverly, I'm going to show you with wine gums. And it was just such a beautiful moment where Beverly said, oh my hat, is this how it works? So you can explain it any way, even with wine gums, and give an idea of how the content is.
So how everybody else, even Peter as well, got little nuggets and bits and pieces from that little training that we did quite spontaneously.
That was absolutely phenomenal. So there we go. That was a very quick little couple of pictures and a video from our side, and just sharing what we experienced in Anaheim. And guys, what events do. So where we're talking about building the business from event to event. And as you know, in South Africa, we've got our event coming up in 2 weeks' time, which is just going to completely change everything. Most important thing is getting as many people there as possible. Then watch your business completely skyrocket and go through the roof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand over to Beverly and Ilse now, and you guys are co-hosts, so you'll be able to share your screen and everything. Okay, guys, over to you.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Beverly's going to do the rest, the PowerPoint for us.
Give me a second. Just want to. Okay, what's that? Okay, there and there. Are you on? Oh,
yes.
Okay, I can't see anybody, so I'm just going to see why I can't see all of you. Chris, why can't I see anybody? Okay, you'll just have to talk to me because I can't see. I just got the whole
screen. There we go. We can see you. It's all good.
Okay,
perfect.
Okay, tell me when to change.
What I would do is click on slideshow so that it can go full screen.
Okay, give me a second.
Okay.
Slideshow.
Yeah.
Show presenter view. Does that work?
No, we can still see the little screen. So
okay,
just get slideshow on your side.
Just give me, let me just end the slideshow, and I'm just going to add again.
Okay,
so
perfect.
go back to, I see what's happened. So let's go here. We're going to window. We had a meltdown just now because things we had a technical glitch. That's why I'm pressing here.
On my side, you've got the Sunday in Johannesburg and Pretoria, but on my side, my thing was very slow. So I asked Beverly just to run the PowerPoint for us.
Yeah, and am I not on the screen?
But we could see it. No.
Okay.
No, we can't see anything yet. You press share screen.
Just share it again.
I need to get back onto share screen.
Okay.
Let's see if that's going to work. Nope.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, it's coming through.
Oh, it is.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Is it on?
Yeah,
there
it's
we go.
busy coming
I'm just waiting for it to come through. Yeah, busy waiting.
Holy moly, Ilse. This is the strangest thing.
Okay.
Let me just see what.
Yeah.
Is it there? Is it full?
Yes, it's showing. No, it's not the full one yet.
Okay. Now?
There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
done.
There it is.
Sorted. There we go. Okay.
Okay, so do you want, I'll start here.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Right. I'm just seeing if our clan is on. I think they were at the Pretoria. Elise, and I just want to ask Elise and Marina, are you on here? I think they were at the presentation just now. But it's amazing. As we got through, we start to find each other. And this was in the foyer. Actually, Sandy took this picture of us. We'll see Sandy later on the red carpet. Okay, Beverly, if you can just pass on to the next one. That was on the way, and the Northern American Vice President, we got him on the way, and there's Sandy, there's Eric, there's Renee and Bridget. So we all together, and Elise, and we all found each other there. It's the most beautiful place. We're going to be there next year as well, but if you look at that palm tree lane on the outside, linking the three buildings together, it's actually just so well put out, and we had that whole place for ourselves the whole weekend. Okay, Bev? Right, Bev, you can take over here.
Yeah, so I think the most amazing thing about the conference is really connecting with our leaders and, finding them walking amongst ourselves and running towards them. If, for example, I didn't realize that Steve and Jean are actually not very tall, and they're just normal people. So it was really amazing connecting with them. Over to you, Ilse.
Okay, and then I bumped into Dr. Stacy, and a friend kindly took a picture of us. It was really right where we registered. So on the side, you can see me and Beverly as well. It's this huge recall. You register, you get your flag of your country. If you're going to walk across the stage, if you did rank advancements, you're onto the stage there. So it's really a wonderful setup. Everything's organized. You print out your own little, everything is there. You just punch in your number and you print your own identity card. Thanks, Bev. Okay, now Elise and Renee, when you come up in between, just speak up. But I'm just going to ask Bridget. Bridget was there last year already with Sandy the first time. Bridget, if I can just pass over to you on some comments. Bridget, are you there?
There we go. I just made a co-host. There we go.
Okay. All right, thanks. Thanks, Chris.
Okay, yeah, now I can unmute. Hi, yes. Well, this was my second convention, and definitely not going to be the last because I've already booked for the next one. And we just all need to be there. We need to be inspired. We need to have our clan with us, and it was so wonderful to have so many of us together, and even staying together. We even lived together in the same place as such, so we did a lot of stuff together, and we really bonded, and we're totally looking forward to next year as well. So I know Bev and Ilse will definitely be there, and I know Chris and Lucinda will be there, and I know Sandy and Eric will be there. And I know that some of my team in the UK have already booked as well, so they're going to be there. So yes, our numbers will definitely grow. So you got to be there. You just got to make a decision. You're going and buy that ticket and you'll be there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was that first night when we registered. Chris and Lucinda took us out for supper. It was really awesome. And thanks, Peter. Peter gave us gin and tonics every night just to keep going. So thanks, Peter. Okay, there's a little clip that we did top left, that top left one. It's just, we had breakaway groups of 2,000 people in four of the rooms. It was just amazing, and all the corporate people came to give their talks together with some SPDs.
you want me to play the clip?
Yeah, that's fine.
Saturday, you heard me talk
It's
about
Meredith.
this. Just like a milkshake, right? It's there to serve a purpose. It has benefits. It has features. And what appeals to you most is really going to be very, very personal to you. And so that's why we wanted to put these in again in bite-sized chunks for you to use. So we're going to be talking about, most importantly, what are the resources that are available to you and what are the reports. And so, I just love this segment because it's going to help you see you are now going to be empowered for the first time with a true visual representation of your organization and what you need to do. So I'm just going to do a quick refresher on.
Okay, that's fine. So then we had, I don't think we need to play this clip, but we had Collier, Jacob Collier was there that evening together with the Blues Brothers. Okay, you can. Yeah, so he makes the whole audience sing, and the Doobie Brothers was there after him for the rest of the night. So you have a 9 to 5 every day, and then people that just like Chris was saying, the other night was Elton John. It was just incredible. Thanks, Beverly. Okay, Beverly, you can take over here from David.
Yeah, I think so. This is truly amazing because this was for me some of the best parts, because David started to talk about LifeWave, talk about the research, talk about the future of LifeWave and where he's going. And some of the things that stuck in my head, and I've been talking to some people about, is he put up a slide that showed, he said that he has been able to regrow half the limb of a frog, and that within 5 years they will go to clinical trials and be able to regrow the limbs of human beings within 10 years. And for me, that was absolutely profound. And some of the comments that he made, for example, he said that we have to slow down aging, because what he did was he looked at nature, and nature in its all forms, from the sea to the air, and he showed animals and organisms that are living for thousands of years and continue to live. And so from what I could deduce was the fact that he understood we were never supposed to have such short lives. And then he talked about his future inventions. He talked about a power box that you will carry and put it into your house. And when you put it into your house, you will be able to power up the entire house without wires. And so everything that David does is in the best interest of humanity. And when you actually feel him on stage, you're right there, you hear him speak, you can pick up the energy of him, you understand his integrity and his incredible insight, knowledge, and his brains. It really hits home on what is special, unique, out of this world product that we've got. In fact, I said to someone the other day, I actually don't have the right words to describe what I think we have been given. It's just too big for my brain to actually understand. We understand it on a very limited basis, or a limited level. But really, that David Schmidt has brought something so unique, and he continues to bring gifts to humanity that don't exist on earth at the same time or now. That just shows, you look at those lights and how beautiful it is when they walk up on stage. That's Christian. Can I carry on, Ilse? Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, so again, there was Ilse. Of course, she went on stage. It was so super. New director, and she was part of the directors group that went on stage.
And I think with Elise. There were two of us.
Together with Elise, of course, I forgot Elise too. That was a big thing, because apart from our SPDs, we've got two directors on stage with their South African flags. Really, really special. and people really acknowledge, and it's important for people to be, to be given the kudos and the valediction on what they've achieved.
In 2001, I got a phone call asking me if I wanted to serve as the team captain for the trip. And in
Okay, sorry, I just pushed play.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, and then you can talk about code.
Okay, Code of Creation was a Friday night. We, all 10,000 of us, attended the premiere on the Friday night. David's movie. There's the two rock stars from South Africa, heading up the whole of Africa at the moment. And then there's our special Sandy and Eric. And I would like to pass on to Sandy at this point. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Ilse. I must tell you about Ilse. Geez, I've never seen anyone who moves like Ilse. She just disappear. And we wouldn't know where she is. And then she's off elsewhere. Hey, Bridget. She was like the Scarlet Pimpernel. She was just all over the place. And she was meeting all sorts of people, and you were having an absolute ball. I must say that being there is completely and utterly different from a virtual meeting. And the best way I can see it, we went to Orlando afterwards and we watched a Falcon 9 launch. And I imagine it being like being on the Falcon 9 as compared to watching it on the news. So that aside, I encourage everyone to attend next year. Our tickets were booked with Bridget and Peter's next day. So we're there next year. So Beverly, I must admit that everything intrigued me but David. And you spoke of the exact things that completely and utterly intrigued me. And to me, I don't know if David's brain ever stops. I honestly don't think so. Because if I think of it, he's got the patches, he's got Cellergize. He spoke extensively of that. I know that Chris and Lucinda, and we are taking the Cellergize morning and night. And we can feel a difference. And something amazing happened to me yesterday, which I won't go into now. He's got the X2O machine, which of course Chris and Lucinda are using the water and feeling the difference. We had a glass of water a year ago, and Eric felt it like that, tingling straight through his body. There's the power supply that Beverly spoke of, that sucks in air, powers a huge house, cell back to the grid, and pushes out cleaner air than it ever brought in. Then he's got Thunderstrike. I'm just touching on everything. Others can expand on it. Thunderstrike, the drones that are helping in disaster relief areas, and the biggest plant in Europe. Look at the comp plan that's just been launched for future. The previous one was 21 years. The app, LifeWave Now, Code of Life with Mickey Willis, and two other things I'm going to mention. You know, you spoke extensively about how good olive oil is. And I mean, obviously, it's good olive oil that one's using. But you know, David plays. He reminds me of a little boy with toys, with gadgets. And he put light into olive oil. And therefore, I am hoping, he didn't say this, but I am hoping in due course we get light olive oil. And finally, he showed us a tool that he's working on that you can use to, I nearly said, power up your supplements, provide light with supplements. And Chris, wasn't that a fantastic tool? I mean, I saw it and I thought, yes, I hope he brings it out soon because that's what we need. And I can go on and on. but I'm just going to mention this, and I don't know if I'm stepping ahead. In Merle's team, there's Dr. Caroline Fulton. And I don't know why, but out of the blue, she phoned me. And she said, Sandy, is it worth going to this? And she spoke about the pros and cons, and she saw it and was, the financial side. At the end, I said to her, I want her on a call with my team. She said, absolutely. She's booked. She will go next year. Everyone's got to be there. So we can talk on and on, but you actually have to get there. And being with your team and meeting others. So exactly what Bridget and Beverly have said, and what Lucinda said, we're going to go with more and more and more with our team. And there's nothing better than that. So thank you. I'm delighted we went.
Yes. And there's George from Mallorca. I just want to check. I didn't see George on here tonight. Okay. So, and there is Chris and Lucinda and Olga and Harvey. And Harvey, I would like you to please comment on the conference. Thank you, Harvey.
Oh wait, we were gonna introduce Harvey on. There's somebody else
Sorry.
next before Harvey.
I just saw he was on. Yes.
Yes, but
he's coming
on just now.
So
okay.
Move on.
is this the end of the slideshow, or is there still a few things? So you carry on
There's
with that,
still a
and
few
then
things.
Bridget can come on. Yeah.
Okay. Bev, that was special. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's very special because I was standing and I looked, here was Dr. Harmon. Now, I've watched a lot of Dr. Harmon's videos, and so he was carrying his books. I said to him, I want to buy a book, and eventually I got his WhatsApp number, and I don't know if you can see it because I can't see myself here, but here's his book, and he's agreed that I can interview him, and he's written, particularly his entire book is on the impact of copper peptide on the body. And of course, LifeWave is mentioned in here in a small section, but the point is that he's written on the most incredible peptide that stem cells are activating within our own body. And so he was very special to actually see and to get a book from him straight away. I'm just going to move on ahead.
Okay.
And then you can talk about this.
Okay. The following day after the conference, our upline leaders from our team, Steve and Gina Merritt, have got their own conference, and it was totally free. They didn't charge any of us. They booked a huge room in the Hilton Hotel. Now, there's various different hotels around the conference center. You'll see next year when you go. And they just booked the Hilton, and they invited all of us to go there. So that was wonderful. They also gave special recognition. They had all the tools at the back as well that one could buy. It's really so incredible to meet our uplines and other people face to face. And there it is, 1 million stars. It was just unforgettable. Thanks, Bev.
And Ilse, if I could just have a little story that I want to share. It's a personal story, but I watched this online a year before. And while I was watching it, I was so blown away that I immediately bought a ticket. I put it onto my credit card. I had no idea how I was going to get to the US. And because I'd left my career, it was not like I had income coming in at a point that I could go on to a California trip. But I'd set the intention and I let it go. Do you know, I manifested the trip and the accommodation through people who came to me and said, do you know what? You've been so kind to me. I'm going to gift you the trip. And I want to say that, and the only reason I'm saying that to you is because I set the intention a year before. So please, I bought the ticket literally also the day afterwards because I've set the intention again that I'm going to go. I don't know how I'm going to go, but I'm going to be there. And I'd really like to encourage you to do the same. I've also done what I've decided to do is any commissions that I earn, I'll put a certain percentage of it away in a card so that I actually have created not only my intention to go, but my intention to also spend. So I encourage you to set the intention, dream big, even if you have no idea how you will get there. I promise you it is as powerful as that. Thanks, Ilse.
Thanks, Bev. Is that the last one
Yes.
of our slide? Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, Chris. Back to you.
Okay, awesome. Oh, thank you, guys. I remember. And oh no. Okay, first we got Bridget coming on, and then
anything else you still want to say?
do stop the share there or still slides for Bridget. Yeah, there we go. Ah, perfect. I remember when I spoke to Beverly, she said, I bought the tickets, and that's for a year from now, and I don't have a cooking clue how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to make a plan.
Yeah.
And we spoke about that in manifesting. So that was just absolutely phenomenal to watch that come together. All right, so we're going to get Kavi and Olga on just now, but before that, we've got Bridget and Kita. There we go. I've made you co-host. There we are.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, yeah, we both are.
Hello,
Been there.
hello.
Been there, done it. Got the second T-shirt for me. Peter's got his first T-shirt. He's been there and done it. But we're going to get our third one. So as I said, we've already booked our tickets. And I mean, Sandy and I, the day after conference, or even on the conference, we said we're booking our tickets for next year. And so we sat there and booked, and then we had the little glitch on our cell phones because it wouldn't allow you to use the same phone to book another ticket. And we went, now what? And we said to the guys, are you guys coming or not? Because if you're coming, you better get your cell phones because we need your phone to book.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did. And, moving on in terms of the conference, what we see there, what we hear there, what the company does, how incredible this company is. And they go to no loss of expense. They put their money right there in it. We are treated like royalty. They have got everything running to perfection. I don't think we had any glitches while we were there. And the live, like Bev was saying, you have to be there live. You just don't get the same impact. You don't get the same energy. And of course, you're meeting other people there. We were chatting in between sessions to people from other regions. People even stopped us on the way to the laundromat where we were staying and saying, oh, hello, where are you from? And then we discovered they were also going to the conference because they were also in LifeWave. And Peter and the one guy were chatting, and the next month they both said, oh, they've had quadruple bypasses. Next month the shirts were lifted and they were showing their scars and what their chests look like and how they've recovered. And that's for standing in the garden. It was quite bizarre. And what I found, people that are sometimes like very security conscious in South Africa, well, when you're there, you can walk around at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. Don't worry, you're perfectly safe. Even so much so that Ilse decided that one evening she was running all over the place. She came home by herself. She walked all the way from the conference, from a hotel back to us. And she said, you mustn't worry. I'm okay. So don't worry about the security aspect of it. And of course, transport is not an issue. And we found a wonderful place where we could just walk. So it was a 15-minute walk. We didn't even have to do the Uber thing. And yes, the cost might sound quite a lot, but you're going to get more than that back. Let me tell you that. Yeah. And again, we just did it step by step. So we booked the ticket, and then we said, okay, we'll make sure we've got enough money then to do the visa story, but you have to buy the air ticket first. So we put money for that. And eventually you'll just get over all those hurdles because you don't have to do everything at once. It's not like we're saying put down your 50,000 or your 80,000 or whatever it is for two of you today. Just plan it and just start working towards it, and you'll make it happen. You'll be surprised. And now Peter can talk a bit about some of the things he did there.
as Beverly said, watching 10 to 15 hours of laptop at the previous conference, I ended up with archives. So I seriously decided that's not going to happen. I have to go with Bridgie. So I can share with you what are the benefits of being at the conference. So firstly, coming to terms with seeing so many attendees walking around with an obvious sense of purpose, with an inner drive that's different to what I've seen in the corporate environment, which is really substantial. And the motivation by assisting others, for example, in their well-being, health, and abundance, is truly something absolutely worthy. And the benefit also, we gained valuable insights and direction from the management team, which you don't get when you in a virtual environment. So the advanced science and technology that's coming our way, we can only seriously conclude this is it. And patches are frequency, we are frequency, and what's really important is to use it with high intent, because that's where we really see the benefit. And the last thing that I have on the agenda for our next visit to Anaheim will be, we'll bring some wine gums from South Africa.
We get the
Brilliant,
caps,
love it.
Chris. We're doing wine gums now.
Exactly. As long as we got all the colors. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, guys. Thank you for that. And yeah, just as I was saying just now, the enormity of what you see. You have a paradigm shift. As Harvey says, you see the ghost and you see things completely differently. And you know, as we know, in Johannesburg in 2 weeks' time, corporate will be coming for the very first time to South Africa, and this is an opportunity to see the bigger picture of what we're sitting on and to think about how big it is, but how we haven't even started yet. To think that we are still right at the infancy, beginning stages of LifeWave, and we are, all of us that have been around for a little while, and the people that have just become part of our family recently, we are the pioneers. We are literally the pioneers. And in 10 years' time, 20 years' time, as everybody was saying, the technology that is coming, we're sitting in something that is going to change the face of this planet because of the genius, David Schmidt. And like I say, I've said this before, I don't think David Schmidt is from this planet. I think he's an alien. I'm telling you now, with this type of technology, oh my goodness. What a humble, down-to-earth man. And that's right from the leadership coming all the way down. So we got Harvey and Olga. Where are you guys? Coming on shortly. Yeah. You know, at our very first...
Surprise.
There you are. Where are you guys? There you are.
We are here. Hello, my friends. We were here listening to you guys at the same time. We think you are doing such a phenomenal job over there, Chris and Lucinda, Sandy, all the leaders out in South Africa. But it was so great to be with Beverly this time around at the conference. And the fact that she manifested it, and I'm telling you, that's the way to do it. Just put it in your head. Put it in your head. I'm there. I'm sitting in it. I'm driving in it. I'm walking into it. I'm there. And it happens. It just happens just like that. And I'm a big believer in it. So I cannot wait to see more people there next year at conference. And it's been an exciting ride here with South Africa, and what's going on with South Africa and what's happening in December, and the event that's about to take off is going to take South Africa, and it's going to take it's going to be a 10x for South Africa. This team is going to be number one again. I do believe it with my whole heart, because it was already there, and it was the hardest country to build. Everybody had their backs up against the wall. Chris's story never seems to, I have no words, because I know Chris's life story, and Lucinda's as well, but you know, of course, Chris and we really shared in depth, and he made it happen, friends. He made it happen, and he and Lucinda
and Sandy and all the great leaders of South Africa have really been an umbrella to kick things off and make beautiful things happen for so many people. When you hear stories about people earning a certain amount of income and how it's changed their lives, and I know not everything here is about income, but I do believe that, you know what, in life, if your back is up against the wall and you don't have money to pay for something, it is just as important as maybe oxygen. I hate to say it that way. I mean, this is a phenomenal product. We know what we have our hands on. We do. But this has given me, even us, right? It's okay. So we have a great product. But financially, I'm able to take my kids and do things for my family on other levels. But I am just incredibly proud of South Africa. I get excited for South Africa. Every time I hear someone talk about South Africa, I'm like the first person to say, I have friends in South Africa. I've been there twice. I'm going back again. I'm bringing my son, Alex. We have our South African flag here. Look at my beautiful husband. So we are like, when people talk about South Africa, they're like, wow, how's South Africa? I said, I love South Africa. You're not scared? No, why am I scared? It's great. We have the bestest friends there. We go out for dinner. We sit out in restaurants. I mean, you know how America is. They're crazy. They like to make, everything be worse than it is. But guys, proud of you. I wish we were there for December's convention conference that they're holding corporate. Thank God, finally. Thank you. And I wish I was there. I really do. Unfortunately, we cannot be there, but we promise you next time around, we will be there to share this excitement with you. But take it in. Take it in and know right now we're taking South Africa LifeWave to the next level. An exciting one where more people are going to win with this enhanced compensation plan. And we're seeing that happen before our eyes. I mean, constantly people are calling and, oh my God, I promoted up to, and they're excited. They're excited. So we should get excited. So anyway, I give it up to my husband. Love you.
Well, as you see everybody that came to an event in person, their vision and their passion, their intensity has increased 10x. Now, can everybody get there at an event right now? No, not everybody can. There's a time and a place for everything. That is true. But why is corporate going to South Africa? You can't come here. Well, corporate's going to bring the event to you. Okay. And why is it so important that you guys invest in yourself and go to that event that's happening in December? Because LifeWave will go from your head to your heart. Events are crucially important. And you know what? One day you will come out here in the States and you will see it in person like Beverly manifested it.
Do you know, yesterday night, not to cut off, I'm so sorry, I just have to let it out. We went to go have dinner at our favorite steakhouse. And I said, do you remember, baby? We were sitting at that table the first time Chris and Lucinda came and spent time with us. And they didn't even know how they were going to manage to survive the next 2 weeks in the States with money and having to help his mom. Do you remember that? Do you see where we went? Guys, do you see what has happened here? Talk about manifestation and just staying on target. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I had to share.
No, it's okay. And it's the importance of an event. You just see the broader picture. So, okay, you can't come out here. One day you will. One day you will.
You will.
And if it's good for me, it's good for anyone else. I never thought I'd go to South Africa in my life.
Never.
But we've been there a couple of times already. We'll be back there again. But here's the deal, folks. If you don't invest, okay, let me put it this way. When I first started, when I became an entrepreneur, I always said to myself, what do I do? Or what can I do to be successful? What do people do to become successful? And it was one simple answer. Emulate the people who are. And that's exactly what I did, especially when I came in this industry. I stood becoming a student every day. Okay. And the knowledge that I have, and the knowledge that Chris and Lucinda has, and the knowledge that Sandy has, and now that Beverly has, that she kind of experienced, and Bridget has come experience this, is going to take their business to another level. Okay. So understand, if I live in Cape Town, do I have to go to Johannesburg? Yes, you should. Okay. Do you have to do it? No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. Okay. But don't say, why are people succeeding and I'm not?
That's right.
Okay. What are the one things that I'm doing that they're doing that I am not?
That's right.
Okay. Emulate what the people are successful who are doing. And you want to know something? And if you can't go there because you can't afford it, then reach out to somebody. I'm sure somebody will help you, but their vision can't be yours as well. You have to have your own vision to see something. When this new enhancement program came out, we went to work. We didn't complain about it. We put our heads down, we went dark, and we pivoted. And that's what leaders do. And you are where you're supposed to be in this business right now. Ask yourself, have you really given 120% to your business? Really ask yourself and give yourself an honest answer. And if the answer is no, then that's the answer. The answer is no. How can you pivot? By moving one step forward, by doing something that you did not do before, which is what? Investing in yourself. Can Beverly, could she have come out here to the States? No, she didn't, but she made it happen. Somehow it just fell into her lap and she made it happen. Okay. And one day, you know what, Pachamama, you're going to do the same thing. You know what, David Both, one day you're going to do the same thing. Okay. And that day is already written. It's already written, the day that you're going to come and experience the ghost. You're going to see how big it is. And there's nothing better than to see something in person, to get that energy, to see someone face to face, to see a team member of yours eyes light up to say, my God, this is actually possible for me.
Right.
And if you don't, then what? Life is all about choices. Okay, what you're not changing, you're choosing. And if you don't like the way you are right now, one nugget at that event is going to happen in December can probably totally change your whole business.
That's right.
One. Yes, Chris does these watch parties. It's amazing. It's amazing leadership, him putting these watch parties for all you people. But seeing something in person is so different. Okay, the little money that you have, save it. Save it all and come to an event if you can in August. The next level, the next event that we're having in August, this is it. If you could come. And if you can't, that is fine. You watch it in a watch party, but it's one step closer to where you want to go. What happens if you don't go to an event? We don't know that, folks. But your team, if it's not important to you, it's not going to be important to your team.
Yeah.
It's that simple. If it's not important, it's not going to be important to your team. Pivot. Execute. Know what's more to you. Why are you doing this? And I say this. Can you go back to the day that you said yes to LifeWave? Can you go back to that one day that you said yes? Why did you enter it in? For the physical part of it, for the financial part of it, for both? Listen, I got in for the financial part of it. I'll be straight out. I didn't care about the product. I was that broke. It could have been red stem cell lipstick, and I still would have done it. Right? Because I needed to change my way, how my life is.
We didn't know if it was going to do anything for Alex.
Huh.
We just waited. He went in for finance. I said nothing to nothing. I said no to everything. And we put the patch on. In 1 week, we saw something tremendous. But it took me 3 months to say yes. It took me 3 months to say yes. He kept going.
Yeah. So, and I say this, and put the comments in the chat. And this, I may even make a T-shirt out of this, and whoever makes a T-shirt out of this, we're gonna have problems. Mm-hmm. All right. And listen, manage and make a machine doesn't stop. It's enforced even more here in this compensation plan. Make 1, 2, 3-star managers like it's going out of style. That's all you need to do. 1, 2, 3-star managers like it's going out of style. And the more you do that, the bigger your business is going to be. The farther you fall into the compensation plan, and the deeper you fall in the matching bonus. And you're going to see how your check is going to change. You're going to see it. It's based on performance. We're not here to sit and hoping that it'll grow. We have to work. Everybody here who has a job, you work 40, 50 hours a week, trading hours for dollars because you have to. Okay, you have to pay the bills. You're your own business owner here. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to, but you're not getting paid what you're worth. On your regular job here, you can get paid what you're worth. And what your worth is what you put into it. That's what it is. This is why every day, obsessively, I give everything to this business. Why? Because we're going to get paid what we're worth. But in turn, we have to help people get paid what they're worth. Yeah. This is the performance-based business, folks. We have to perform. It's not net sit marketing. It's network marketing. But here's the deal. You can't do this business with just anybody. You can't. You have to do it with the right people. And the right people are on the Zoom call right now. And you know what they did? And going back to the Chris and Lucinda story, all they did was emulate the people who are successful and in turn why they're successful. Why is Sandy successful? Because she in turn emulated the people that are successful. Why is she successful? Why is Bridget moving in her business? Because she in turn is doing what the successful people are doing. Now, Beverly got the ghost. She found the ghost. She saw it. And in turn, you're going to see what's going to happen in her business. It's just how it is. Freeman has gone to London. okay, to see events out there in person. Okay, Ilsa, I hope I said your name right. Lauder, she went out there too, and I'm sure she had to figure it out. I'm sure she had to figure it out. Figure it out. Is your family worth to figure something out? Yes, it is. It was worth it for me. It can be worth it for you. Now, I'll say this. If you have to go out every single day, and if you had to speak to 900 people and write it in the chat, if you had to speak to 900 people, 900, to find 12 good ones to create $1 million a year business, would you do it? I want to repeat the question. Maybe someone didn't get it. If you had to speak to 900 people to find 12 good ones who will in turn do the same thing to create $1 million a year, would you do it?
I want to do it again.
And we still haven't spoke to 900. That is the business. Now, if you're okay with the no's, this business is for you. If you're not okay with the no's, this business is not for you. Because you're going to get no's all the time. But oftentimes, we get attached to the outcome. We hold on to the outcome. We get so upset because this person said no. I don't give a shit who tells me no. And I say that wholeheartedly because I know what I've got. The only thing is they don't know what we have.
That's right. Because
they have a poverty mindset. And our job is to educate, okay? And if we can educate and we can help them get out of this poverty mindset, we can help them. But they have to help us help them. And I'm not here to roll goat shit uphill either. I am here to talk to the people who listen. I'm here to talk to the people who want change. That is it. That is it. 900 people. And say that to yourself every day. Am I speaking to the 900 people? Did I get my third no and I went in a corner in a fetal position and being all upset at myself? December is going to be an important event for South Africa. You guys can make it or you can break it. It's up to you. The more people you get there, we put corporate on blast in London to say, you need to show up for South Africa. We told them in their face, you need to show up. You've been showing up for years and you have not shown up. You need to show up. And that's why they're going. Now, you in turn as leaders has to come in and show up yourself. Because if you want them to invest in you, you have to invest in yourself.
That's right.
South Africa can be #1 again. And I want to cheer. I want to cheer and say South Africa is #1 again. I want to. Not #3, not #4. I want you guys to be #1 where you guys belong. But you have to help us help you. And the first thing is to do is to go to that event in December. And if you don't, that's fine. No problem. But you can't complain where your life is right now if you don't do something about it.
Yeah.
You don't do something about it. My name is Javi. I'm your friend. I'm sorry. This is what I do. I say the truth. I love you enough to say the truth. That's how I was mentored. And I'm in turn going to do the same thing because I emulated what the successful people did. So, 900 people. Your 100th person may be that one person. That 200th person, that 201st person may be that one person. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to come out of work and talk to 10 people, get 10 no's, to go back to work the next day and do it all over again? Are you willing to do that? To get the life that you want, to earn the income that you want, to be the leader that you always wanted to be? That's the question. Anyway, Chris, that's all we got for today.
Oh man, we love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do for us. Thank you for everything you do for our team.
And waving that flag with so much pride.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. And I'll never forget the first time when we met. First time we met, we were 9 months in Tampa. And yeah,
we remember that restaurant.
We remember that restaurant.
I was looking right at it. I thought of you both. Yes.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, we exposed you, August.
Yes.
We exposed them.
That's what we did.
Yes.
We exposed people to what's possible.
Right.
Now, after it's up to you. Now, that event is exposing everybody to what's possible.
Correct.
It's up to you.
Yeah. And here, this is happening in our country, on African soil. You do not need a passport. You do not need a visa. But it is crucial that we make the effort and get our bums in those seats and show corporate that we want to be number one again, that we can do this. Chris and I have been working on this for the last 3 years, and it's been blood, sweat, and tears. And that's why we've been traveling so much, so that we are in front of the faces of the corporate team and the leaders. And to really say, we are here, come and support us. Now it's happening. And like Harvey said, we now have to do our part. We have to show them that we're serious. We have to show up in numbers. Team 333 is the strongest team in South Africa. We want 333 seats filled at that event. Just imagine the power, the energy that will bring.
Should we tell you what that is?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
There's a little surprise.
There's a surprise for everybody. Okay, we'll let you guys know.
So come and join us in December, and you will see the ghost on African soil in your own country. And like Harvey said as well, if you want to come and means are not available to you, ask your uplines, speak to us. Let's make this happen. Let's fill those seats and let's show up with so much energy and power and make this happen.
Big time, big time, big time. And Harvey, thank you for that reminder of that 900 people to get 12. And you know when that really happens is when you make your real name list. Not that play one that you kind of like write the name. I can see Beverly laughing there. The ones that you put on the list and the ones that you leave off. When you properly make that real name list, that's when everything starts to change, and you just start contacting, as Harvey said, with no expectation at all. You know, tomorrow, Lucinda and I are meeting a friend of mine at 2:00. We're meeting for lunch. My friend is signing up. I've known Jason for 15 years, and you know, he was in my name list in my head. You know that name list in your head where you go, I'll get to him at some point. And he reached out to me 2 months ago, sent me the information, and did he crap me out? He said, Chris, you've been doing LifeWave for how long? I said, 3 years. And he goes, and you only show it to me now. Why? Why did you not tell me? Why did you not tell me? He got angry with me. Why didn't you tell me about this 3 years ago? Now I'm 3 years behind. And so we're going to see him tomorrow. He's registering, but he was one of those ones that you just sort of, the floating name list in your head. Guys, we've got to put it down, get those messages out there, and
act on it.
And act on it, yeah.
Act on it.
Yeah, big time. But so in 2 weeks' time, and then obviously this is what we call the pre-launch. So this is the pre-launch of South Africa in December. And then there's going to be the roadshow, obviously, in February when corporate are coming again. And I think that's when Harvey and Olga will be coming as well. And we're going to knock it out the ballpark. So, guys, thank you all for taking the time out. And our rockstar team that was all with us in America, thank you for everything. Thank you for everything you've done, your beautiful presentation you put together. And so from our side, we will see you guys on the calls. And then on Saturday, myself and Lucinda are presenting again in Bryanston. We had 50 people last Saturday. Everybody was begging us to be back. We're back presenting live in Bryanston on Saturday. So guys, send your people the new presentation with the comp plan in it, out the ballpark. Everybody is absolutely loving it. And let's share it with being proud of what we have in our hands right now. So thank you guys. Love you all.
Guys.
Have an awesome evening.
Thank you, Olga.
Thank you guys. See you soon. Bye guys. Bye everybody.